What's up guys, it's currently December 2nd, 2022. The last time I talked to you guys was sometime in October, I believe, in Miami. My last video where I met Ed Reed. I know it's been a while, and some of y'all probably wondering where I've been unless you've been keeping up with me on Instagram or Snapchat. But I'm currently a walk-on at the University of Dayton, which is a D1 FCS program. It's in Ohio, actually. I know, Ohio. But if you haven't been keeping up with my journey, pretty much today this video is just gonna be me explaining. It's just a sit-down video of just like what happened and how I ended up here pretty much. So my senior season was only 6 games. I only had to play out of 3 out of the 6 games because I got injured the 3rd game. And there was a lot of speculation. People were like, did he break his back? And some people said I broke a leg and that my bone was sticking out my leg. But no, in reality, I just dislocated my ankle. So I ended up finding a prep school in Texas. This place called Happy, Texas. It's a town that has like nobody in it. I think the population was like 300 or something like that. I'll fact check that. I ended up going down to Texas and we got there. We were pretty much promised an entire staff, an entire like weight room and all this stuff. We had a weight room and we only had 2 coaches. And for the first day, the coach told us that we're pretty much gonna have more people come in. I think there was only 9 of us or something. We'd be talking for a while because we found each other on Snapchat and Twitter. So that was interesting for the first day, but we still only had, I think, 14 people at this time. And the 3rd day we had like 1 last person show up, which made us 15. To play a game, we didn't have any linemen, so like it was kind of like, what are you gonna do? But we still ended up going down and playing Howard Payne, which is one of the fastest offenses in D3 football. I'm not gonna say they ran us. We kind of held our own. We just didn't have an offense because we had no offensive linemen to do anything or who knew how to do anything. But after that game, this is just a week of like being in that program. They shut that program down, and I have nothing bad to say about that coach because he gave all of us our money back and everything. And like, yeah, we were sad and everything, but he didn't leave us in a position where like we weren't gonna be able to go anywhere or go to a school. It was just kind of a waste of time, if that made sense. But he still like, he was still out there trying for us, if that makes sense. He was still pushing our film out and stuff like that to other coaches so we can actually get to somewhere. So I left Diamond, came back home to Chicago, and I was planning on going to a community college and just putting my head down and working hard, trying to pull an offer from like JUCO ball pretty much. But then one of my teammates from Diamond actually found another prep school called Prestige Prep, and they were also another first-year program, and we were promised a lot. I just want to stop for a minute and say thanks to Coach Newsom and Coach Stolt. Those are the 2 coaches at Diamond. They definitely, like, you could tell they didn't want it to end. He really had his heart set in it. I think he had good intentions, like morally, I think he had really good intentions. But I just want to put that out there that I have nothing but love for them. Anyways, we went to Prestige and it was mostly like a fun time because it was in Miami and everything. But I'm not gonna lie, looking at it now, and I don't see it as a waste of time because of the people I met and everything. I was there for about 2 months in the middle of like Miami pretty much, or Fort Lauderdale area, like Broward County, if you know where that is. But football film wise, I definitely did not get out of it what I wanted to get out of it. That was mainly because we had no line again to run the ball. We had better than we had at Diamond, but still again, it was not enough to like do anything. But all in that, I was just trying to get myself like back on the field, and I thought they definitely have more of like an actual staff. We only had 2 coaches who are cool. One of them was, the other one was interesting.
So hard to be a B-A-R-R, a C-U-D-A-S. So hard, C-U-D-A.
But I only have one highlight from there because I was still hurting with my ankle, and this is it. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but I learned so much from the 2 coaches and like just the people like networking around, so I don't think it was a waste of time. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the details, but we did do a lot of fun things. Like we went on a visit to FAU, FIU, and University of Miami. And actually at University of Miami, we met Ed Reed like just by chance and stopped, took a couple pictures with him, and he definitely spread some wisdom on me and my group. He definitely said some things that still stick with me today and have kept me like pushing forward. Along with that though, we also did do some type of workouts, like when we could. It was more of a lot of running. We had to wake up at 4 a.m. out of the hotel and go run like out on the street, which I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good team bonding experience, and I probably wouldn't take that back. Looking at it in the moment, I hated waking up at like 3:45 or 3:30 to go run at 4 a.m. but I think it was worth it because me and the boys definitely got really close. We went to the beach one time to condition, but most of the time we were at the beach, it was just for fun activities and stuff like that with the team. Oh, and someone flooded the hotel. Twice. Yeah, And that was a very, very interesting time. The second time, we were away at a game, we came back and all of our stuff was pretty much flooded up. I got lucky because all my stuff was high up and our room barely got damaged, but for the rest of my teammates, some of them had it really bad. And of course, because we were in Miami, we saw a lot of crazy stuff and we partied a lot. All in all, it was a great time, and we had a lot of ups and downs, but I really do not regret going. Some of me and the team are definitely still salty and have a sour taste in our mouth just because of how it ended. The head guy just didn't, he promised a lot of things and he didn't deliver a lot of those things. The only thing that we got that he promised was jerseys and our F7s. But like I said, that team lasted for about a month. It was just kind of annoying not knowing where we were going to stay sometimes and like what we were going to do. And it was just like when you wake up, you know you're going to have your run. Then after that, it's just whatever's going to happen. We ended up going to LA Fitness a lot because we didn't have our own gym, which they promised, but I digress. I still think it was a good time and I don't regret it. But that unorganization definitely took a toll on us players because it was hard to like get in the mode and focus on football when it was like, am I going to be able to eat today, or am I going to be able to eat here, where am I sleeping tonight, like stuff like that. After Prestige shut down and I went home, I was really lost. I didn't know whether to go walk on somewhere or if I should just be done with football in general, or try to go to community college and go JUCO or something like that. But then I realized how much money and like energy I put into this already, going to 2 prep schools, one in Texas and one in Florida, like being away for that long, and I was like, I can't give up now. Like there's no, that was just all a waste of money and waste of time if I did all that and met all those people just to not try to continue this. So I had this big chip on my shoulder, and it really made me angry that like I wasn't number one, like wherever I went. So I decided to go fight and go walk on at the University of Dayton. But before I was able to go to Dayton, I had to reapply and everything. I worked at Dick's so I can save up all my money. I trained pretty much every single day, whether that was running or lifting or literally whatever I could do so I can be ready for these tryouts. Even though I knew I was going to try to walk on at Dayton, I still was reaching out to other coaches. Like I literally made an entire FBS and FCS like school list with the entire coaching staffs and all of their emails on it. DM me if you want it on Instagram. But I would sit down pretty much every morning and I'd email them like my film and the same thing over and over until they got some responses. I got a few responses back from schools that I didn't really want to go to, or if I wanted to go to them, they were just stupid expensive, so I couldn't. One thing that definitely made me stand out to those coaches in those emails though was my GPA. I took a lot of time in high school and I like actually locked in and focused on school because I didn't want that to be the thing that like held me back. If it was going to be anything, it wasn't going to be my grades. And honestly, my grades and locking in high school is the reason I'm able to afford Dayton today. If I didn't get the grades I did, then I definitely would not be here. So then pretty much for the first week, I was just a normal student. I wasn't even a walk-on. I had to wait for tryouts and everything. But when it did come, I definitely took advantage of my opportunity. There's a lot more guys than I expected to try out. I just kind of did my thing, talked to the coaches. I guess they liked me because I'm on a team now, but yeah, that's pretty much just my story. But I share my story mainly just to say like to never give up. Like there was definitely a couple of times in there where I could have gave up and just went to community college and just focus on something else or try to find another career path. But I just saw it as like, this is something I really love and I'm not gonna give it up just because someone wants to take it away from me or someone wants to scam us or literally an injury. Like it didn't matter. I just wanted to make it so bad. So I'm here now. I'm gonna do the best as I can to try to league bound now. We'll see what happens, and yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. I'm definitely posting a lot more vlogs. I've been lacking on YouTube. Okay, sorry for the change in quality. My camera just died. I don't know. I gotta get a new one. It's a long time coming, so I'll definitely be doing that. But I opened a merch shop. Shout out beastbanks.com. Right now, if you see this video fast enough, then you can use the code FAMILY6 and you can get $5 off your first order. I'm going to be closing the shop around, I'll say New Year's, and then I'll be opening back up around February to release a new drop. This time it's going to be more clothes that are like, don't have my name on and everything. It won't just all be like Sean Banks brand. There'll be a lot of cool stuff because I'm also trying to get into clothes design. So yeah, definitely check that out. Stay up there with me on Instagram and everything. See you guys later.